Hi guys, Steph here. Now, recently I received an email from a lady by the name of Caroline who said to me that she'd seen a couple of my videos on YouTube, and she said she'd found just a couple of her grandfather's fountain pens, and because they had such sentimental value, she emailed me and said, Steph, can you have a look at them, can you restore them, because I'd like to give them to, I think one to her daughter who's at university, another one I think she'd like to give to her son, and the third one she said she'd like maybe to keep for herself. So I thought, great, because I love it when people find, well, elderly relations fountain pens, they bring them back to life, and somebody in the family then enjoys them and cherishes the pens for many years to come. So what she sent to me is, well, one, she sent me this Wyvern pencil, which I've sort of cleaned up and polished, etc. She also sent me a Esterbrook fountain pen. Now, I'm not going to do a review because I've reviewed this particular pen before, but a lovely green pearl Esterbrook. I believe this will be for her daughter. So another one she sent me was this, well, a Parker Duofold in black. I believe she would like to keep this one for herself. Now, all the pens came to me, they had issues with them. This one was actually the worst one. It had numerous issues which we had to work on. We've put new sacks in the pens, we've ironed out, polished them, ironed out any issues they've had, and well, as you can see by this one, in beautiful condition now. So I think this one is for herself. So I hope you like the pen, Caroline, and I hope you'll enjoy it for many years to come. I'm sure your grandfather will be looking down upon you, and well, I'm sure he'll be smiling. So that was the third pen. Last but not least, the fourth pen or pencil she sent me, well, I just simply fell in love with. Beautiful pen. Should we show it to you people? Yes, okie dokie. Look at that. When I saw this pen, I thought, what a beauty. Well, when I received it, it was tired. It had a few burn marks on it. Somebody had literally scratched the name into the barrel, which we've removed. As with all these pens, the end parts here were discoloured. We've polished them and they're nice and black now. We've put a new sack in the pen. A couple of the pens had very loose and bent clips on them as well, which we've straightened. But this one I saw and I thought, what a gorgeous pen. To be honest with you, one of the pens that I'd actually love to have in my own collection. But unfortunately, I believe this will be going to her son. But because we've not shown you one of these before, let's do a review on this pen. The first thing you'll notice, it comes in this absolutely beautiful, what they term as the Lapis blue colour. And they brought the, well, this particular model, by the way, is the Parker Duofold. It's the Lucky Curve. I believe it may be a senior streamlined Lucky Curve. The date of the pen, I'm dating it maybe late 1920s, but I believe it to be a Parker Duofold Lucky Curve senior streamlined. Now, there's lots and lots of different variations in the Duofold pens, so if I've got it wrong, don't shout at me, but if you think it may be something else, then why not leave a comment. But as I mentioned before, look at that beautiful, beautiful colour, this Lapis blue colour. And this is one with what they term as the sort of the white specks in the blue. Now, let's show you the barrel imprint. Lovely and clear, as you can see there, and the barrel imprint reads, well, from the left it has Geo S Parker In the middle it has Duofold to the top, and then fountain pen to the right. Underneath to the left, Toronto. In the middle you can see the Lucky Curve banner, and to the right it has the word Canada. So it's a Canadian made Parker Duofold Lucky Curve, but as you can see there, a lovely clear imprint, which absolutely beautiful, handsome pen. You can see it comes with gold filled trim. It has two gorgeous little cap bands there. I believe originally the Duofold pens had a large cap band, and then they brought out this model, and what they did, they split the bands into these two, as you can see here. The clip you can see from a sideways view is, well, what I term as a traditional ball clip, and it is a Parker clip. So as you can see there, it has Parker, and then to the very top there, I can't see over the camera, but it has a patent, and then it has the dates. So what I'll do, let me keep it nice and still for you. Okay, so a lovely Parker Duofold ball clip. To the very top we've got this sort of slightly angled and flat cap stud there. As I said, when they came to me, these were sort of, well, they were a green grey colour, discoloured, as you can see, nice and black. Now for you people that don't know, this pen is what they term as a button filler. Again, to the bottom there you can see it's got this little blind cap, and again that was discoloured. It's lovely and black now. Okay, so let's unscrew the cap for you. Let's give you the customary twirls like so. An absolutely beautiful pen. To be quite honest with you, I'm going to be very loath. It's going to be actually very difficult to actually ship this pen back to her. I've fully fallen in love with the pen. It's a lovely size pen as well. When I say a lovely size, from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, it's 135 millimeters long. Around the barrel, the diameter is around about 13.5 millimeters in diameter. So a lovely large pen. A large pen, and well, I actually enjoy the large pens personally. As I say, I've fallen totally in love with the pen. There's the section for you, a black section. It's got this, it's quite a small section as well. Little ridge towards the nib there. Now if I keep it still for you, the only difference with this pen, these pens I believe had a Parker Duofold nib originally, but it is not uncommon to find these pens with this particular nib. So although it may not be the original correct nib for the period, it's not unusual. Some people had them changed. In some cases, depending on when the pen was actually manufactured, Parker might have actually placed this pen, sorry, the nib on the pen itself, because it's what we term as an arrow nib. You can see to the center there it's got this arrow design. Now underneath there it's got 14 karat Parker. To the very bottom it has vacuumatic, and I don't think you can actually see it because it may be hidden inside the section. It has the letter N, which I assume is from the New Haven factory. But the beautiful thing about it, it's a lovely large size nib as well, which again I like. And if I show you very closely, okay, you may see, I believe it's actually a slightly oblique nib as well. Okay, so there's a sideways view. Let's show you the feed underneath. Now at this point here you can see it's got the, well, the correct Lucky Curve feed underneath there. It's what we term as this sort of like a Christmas tree feed. Okay, let's give you a couple of different angles. Although it's the Lucky Curve feed or the Christmas tree feed, this feed does not have the Lucky Curve at the back of the feed. Whether it was actually cut off, whether it didn't have it at all, I don't know. But all in all, lovely, lovely nib, lovely feed. And again, I've got large hands, very comfortable to hold, a nice chunky pen. I love it! Excuse me. So, as we said earlier, it's a button filler. There you go, you can see the button to the end there. Everything again has been lovely and cleaned. And I don't know if you can actually notice, if I turn it round slightly and look over the camera, there it is. You'll notice there we go, just to the top of the section, or the end of the barrel there, you'll notice it's got what we term as a crook pressure bar. So it's got this slight crook that sits on the threads to the very top there, which again is quite correct for the period. So let's bring on some ink. Let's dip the nib in the ink. There we go. Press on the button a few times. We've got the burping, the gurgling, the whatever noise you want. And let's bring on our trusty little pad. So, okay, I've seemed to, there we go, there it is. Let's put the blind cap back on for you. And let's see how the pen writes. So, what we have, Parker Duofold, as we said. It's a Lucky Curve, and again I believe it to be a senior and maybe even a stream, not a stream-tined, a stream-lined model. We're dating the pen 1920s, maybe even a little bit later, maybe 1930s, but I would say maybe late 1920s. I mean, not only have I fallen in love with this pen, but the writing, it writes lovely. Okay, so on the downward stroke, you can see we're getting a broad line. Now let's do some figure of eights. Okay, you can see we've got a nice variation in line, but the pen writes absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely lovely. So there we go, there's a writing sample. As I say, it's writing with a slight oblique lit nib, writing, I would say maybe medium, maybe slightly broader, but a beautiful, lovely, gorgeous writer. Me want this pen! Absolutely lovely writer, as you'd expect from a gorgeous pen like this. Let's put the cap back on. So there we have it, an absolutely stunning example of this Parker Duofold Lucky Curve in this gorgeous Lapis blue. Now this Lapis blue, some of them, well, I believe they had what they term as a blue marble. which was just a darker blue. This one, as you can see there, has sort of little specks of white here and there, but absolutely beautiful. And you can see there everything has been cleaned, the burn marks have gone, the initials or the writing which was scratched on is gone. It's absolutely gorgeous. So there we have it. It's going to be very, very difficult to package this one to send back to the customer, but needs must. So I believe this pen will be going to Caroline's son. So if you're watching this video, Caroline's son, look after the pen, use it, because it is a beautiful, gorgeous, handsome pen, and as you've just seen, it writes beautifully, and I'm sure your grandfather will be looking down upon you and watching, and he'll be enjoying when you're actually using his pen. So let's leave it at that. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I've enjoyed showing them to you people. Don't forget to leave a comment below, subscribe if you've not subscribed, and if you possibly can, down below, please support my work. But from this gorgeous, handsome, I don't want it to go back, pen, I'll just say bye bye for now.